Hey, this is the Review Junkie, and today I'll be reviewing the new animated film Garfield. As always, my review will be illustrated and the artwork is done by myself. And if you like movies, art, and comic books, please hit that subscribe button because all my reviews are hand-drawn, and I like to get to 1,000 subscribers soon so my channel can be official. This movie stars the voice talents of Chris Pratt, Samuel L. Jackson, Hannah Waddingham, Ving Rhames, and Nicholas Hoult. It is directed by Mark Dindal. This is a non-spoiler review, and so everything I discuss will have been shown in the trailer. Absolutely no spoilers. I'll tell you briefly about the plot, the characters, my pros and cons, final thoughts, and if this is worth checking out at your local movie theater. The plot involves Garfield, everyone's a lovable orange tabby who just can't stop eating, and this is an origin story slash road trip slash heist film. All good genres, right? And I'm trying to stay spoiler free, but Garfield's father, Vic, reappears after abandoning him many years ago when he was just a baby kitten. So an old friend of Vic's reappears, and that's Jinx, voiced by Hannah Waddingham, a British cat who wants a debt repaid. So this sends the family duo on a heist to get that debt repaid. So I was kind of anticipating this because I like the character. I've seen a few episodes of the various cartoons, but I was never a hardcore fan, so I can't really speak to the lore or specific characters that may appear in this movie. But I felt Garfield should have always been animated when making his big screen debut back in 2004, and now we finally have him in animated form again. It is 20 years later, and I'm just in shock. I don't even know what to say. This has got to be one of the worst films I've ever seen in 2024. And I'm just in shock because even when a movie is bad, I always find some redeeming quality about it. But this really is beyond repair. There's a lot of problems here, and I think the first thing is the script. So we have the road trip, a heist, and even a buddy comedy duo genre, but it's overstuffed with so much ridiculous funny moments that just don't land. It's a tragedy because these are good genres that just don't get tapped into in any way. The comedic bits come off very desperate, and the majority are a failed attempt at getting a laugh. Like, we know he likes to eat, but how many times can they keep recycling that? Yeah, it's cute the first 2 to 3 times, but after 50 times, I think we get the point, and enough is enough. I will say there are genuine funny bits here and there from the pop culture references, but will a 5-year-old kid really know anything about Tom Cruise? And while we're on Tom Cruise, this also has a third act sequence that is very reminiscent of the last Mission Impossible 7 movie involving a train, villains on top of a train, and someone getting hurt on a moving train. And to add insult to injury, we have Ving Rhames from Mission Impossible, who's basically playing the same character. Listen, I like him a lot, and I think he does comedies so well. Like, all I want to do is see him in comedies, so there's nothing against him, but he's pretty much asked to recycle the same character he already played. And it doesn't feel new because we literally saw that last summer where it was done better, and now we have a wash, rinse, and repeat in animated form. Next, this reminded me a lot of an SNL sketch or a spoof in that they try to have all these comedic skits that just don't land, and it comes off very painful. And I know this is an animated film, but there is some animal cruelty here. And yeah, I know it's not real, but I kind of wish it wasn't in here. And if you're going to do comedic skits with a lot of them being slapstick violence, have them be good ones versus just throwing out any joke, having characters being thrown and slamming into trees and hoping it lands. And before the movie started, you see all the production companies involved in the movie, probably 6 of them, and it made me wonder how much studio interference was involved. And I understand they want a return on their investment, but with so much interference, I'm not surprised that we got the mess we ended up with. This ended up like an animated film that was purely resting everything on the adorable looking characters that it had nothing else to offer. And this also should have been 15 to 20 minutes shorter, way too long. Okay, I only have one pro, and it's the animation. It is stunning, it's beautiful, it's candy for the eyes. I just couldn't look away. The colors are vibrant, and they worked hard to bring that to life. The cat's hair looks amazing. I love their paws, the way the paws look, because it was just cuteness overload. But cute cats and dogs just aren't enough. I will say Chris Pratt, Samuel L. Jackson, and Ving Rhames have such distinctive voices that they really do try so hard to make this movie shine through their voice acting, and I can picture their comedic facial expressions as they're delivering these lines, and imagining that put a smile on my face. So this brings me to my final thoughts, and this gets a 2 out of 10 for me. This was so painful to watch, and like I said, I think everyone involved was resting on this famous IP and how cute it looks in 2024, and hoping the cuteness factor alone would save it. But I need more than cute cats with adorable paws. I would only recommend parents take their kids to see this if there is truly nothing else for the kids to see. I'm sure they'll enjoy the pretty visuals and have no idea what any of the references are about. If you're a diehard Garfield fan, you may be a tad disappointed. So thank you again for checking out my review. If you like, please subscribe, helps the channel out a lot. Hit that thumbs up button, feel free to share this with your friends. And if you happen to have a movie you'd like me to review, please let me know. I'd be happy to watch and illustrate it for a future video. Thanks again, and I hope the pictures put a smile on your face.